Good morning, students. Welcome to my next class. Now today we are going to start the second chapter of Vistas. We have already discussed the first chapter. I feel you have all understood it. Now the second chapter is the Tiger King, and I'm telling you that Tiger King is one of the most interesting chapters that we are having in Vistas. Now Tiger King was written by Kalki, and yes, it's a pen name. It's a pen name of Ramaswamy Krishna Murty. Ramaswamy Krishna Murty was a South Indian writer who was born in the year of 1899 and died in 1954. Now he always wanted to write about the political affairs, and in few of his writings we got the great examples of satires and all this. So in this writing also we will get some satires against these political scenarios, especially the native king who used to rule our countries in the time when British also used to rule our country. We know that history tells us that there were a few native countries with whom the British company had made friendship, and these British kings also always helped the native king always helps the British rulers. So this story is something like this. So let me tell you the story in a nutshell first, as we always do. The Tiger King, from the very name we can understand that there might be a king and whose name will be Tiger. Yes, it is something like this. That the story, the plot of this story, the occurrence, it's an imaginary state in South India. And its name is Pratibandhapuram. I will tell you that there is a meaning of this name also, Pratibandhapuram. Now, there was a king in Pratibandhapuram. So when a new prince was born, the king called the royal astrologers to tell about the to tell about the fortune of this prince. So the astrologer was not only one, he came as a group of astrologers. Among them, chief astrologers was also there. So the astrologer came when the prince was only 10 days old. So the astrologer just told the king that this prince is going to be the champion of champions, warrior of warriors. He would be a great fighter and everything. He told lots of positive things about this prince, and they told that whenever he will be the king, every people, everything, they will be scared of. He was a brave person, brave king and all this. But after telling up to this, they actually started to hesitate to tell furthermore. At this juncture, an unprecedented thing has happened. The astrologers heard that lots of people were there, someone actually pronounced, or someone addressed them, "Oh, astrologers." I told that there were a group of astrologers, so they were looking each other. Now again, they heard this voice, that in a very squeaky, a very shaky voice, and they heard that, "Oh yes, astrologer, I am asking you." And they all are surprised how it is possible that 10 days baby, he was talking and he was asking question, and he asked the astrologer that, "Oh, astrologer, you tell me that we know everybody will have to die, but you tell me the method of my death." They were very much scared that how it is possible that 10 days baby, he is asking, not only asking, he is asking some philosophical question, that the baby wants to know the means of its death. So the astrologer again started to fumble, but the king ordered them to proceed, and at this the astrologer told that, "Yes, you must be aware of tiger, because you are born in the star of bull, and tiger and bull are enemies. So this prince might be killed by a tiger." At this, our narrator told that little boy, 10 days prince, he was not scared at all. He was not scared of at all. Rather, he told that then tigers be aware of me. So this incident happened. Afterwards, the prince started to grow up, and in between there was no such problems where there are no such unprecedented things happened, no such unusual things happened. So when the prince became 18 years old, now he became the king of that state, Pratibandhapuram. And in that phase of growing up, our narrator told that the prince was trained by English nurse, the English tutor. The prince always used to watch English movies. He used to drink milk from a cow brought from England and all this. And actually, these are the examples. I will tell you whenever we will explain the text that these are the examples of, as I told, satire. That obviously our narrator wants to say that the king of Pratibandhapuram, though he was a native king, but always wanted to follow the rules and always wanted to maintain a good friendship with the British. They never went against the British. So whatever, when the king actually he went into that throne, he became the king of Pratibandhapuram. Now the people started to remember about that prophecies that the astrologer had made when he was a prince. Now this came into our king's notice, and now the king promised immediately that the first thing, he is going to kill tigers. Then he will look after all his duties as a king. Immediately the king went to the jungles of Pratibandhapuram and he killed a tiger. So he actually brought this carcass, the dead body of tiger, to his royal court, and he called the astrologer, and he just chased the astrologer that, you astrologer, you told that I might be killed by the tiger. Now I had killed this tiger. And this astrologer told, yes, my lord, but I told also that you will be warrior of warriors, champion of champions, and in the same way you might be able to kill 99 tigers, but you'll have to a war of 100 tigers. The king, chased the astrologer that if I could do this. The astrologer also told that yes, if you were able to kill 100 tigers, the astrologer told that he would burn all his books of astrology, he would leave this astrology, and he would be an insurance agent. So the astrologer challenged the king. Afterwards, the king had promised that his first work is going to be to kill the 100 tigers. And he started his expedition of killing tigers. In 10 years, he was able to kill 70 tigers in the jungles of Pratibandhapuram. In between, he actually announced throughout his native land that whoever would dare to kill a tiger, even to throw a stone to a tiger, all his wealth will be confiscated, means all his wealth, all his property will be seized. Now, in between, another problem arose, that a British officer, he also wanted to kill tiger. He was very fond of killing tigers. He came to the king that he wanted to kill tiger in the jungle of Pratibandhapuram. But the king refused his request. Why? Because the king was very much afraid that if he had given permission to this British officer, then the other British officer might come with the same request to him. And if they started to kill the tiger in the jungle of Pratibandhapuram, then he would not get tiger to kill. And his ambition is to kill 100 tigers first. So the tiger king was the tiger king was in fear of losing his kingdom. Immediately he made a plan. He purchased 50 diamond rings from a jewelry shop at Calcutta. It was then Calcutta, and he sent the whole lot to the good lady of the British officer, means to the wife of British officer. The king thought that the wife would take 1 or 2 diamond rings and he would send back the lot. But the British officer's wife had taken all these 50 diamond rings, and in exchange she just sent thank you to the Tiger King, and Tiger King had to pay a bill of 3 lakhs, but somehow he was happy because he was able to save his kingdom from the anger of the British officer. So after killing that 70 tigers, not a single tiger was there in the jungle of Pratibandhapuram. So the king called his Dewan and he made a plan. He told the Dewan that he wanted to marry, but there would be a criteria. He told Dewan that you will have to find a girl of a royal family where there will be a jungle in that kingdom. And his plan was that whenever he would go to his in-laws' house, he would get chance to kill few tigers. According to his plan, the Tiger King was married, and whenever he used to go to his in-laws' house, he used to kill 5 or 6 tigers. In this way, in another few years, he was able to kill 99 tigers. So there was only 1 tiger left in his tally of killing 100 tigers. Now, in the jungles of his in-laws' house also, the number of tigers dried up. Now the king was so much puzzled. He was looking for that 1 tiger that he badly required, because whenever he would kill these 100 tigers, he would reach to his promise and he would be able to prove that the astrologers were, the foresayings was false. Now he was desperate, but nobody could give this answer. Nobody could give this news to the Tiger King that where from he would get this. Now, in this situation, very good news came to the tiger, that it is from his one of hillside village in his own native land, that they sent this news to the Tiger King, that their pet animals, goat, sheep, these things are getting are actually started to vanish, and they suspected this might be the job of a tiger. So immediately the king with his whole troops went to that village, and he started to stay there, and he just announced that exemption, 3 years exemption from tax from these villagers, as they had given this good news. But staying there for long days, the king did not find the tiger. Now the king's temperament is getting high to higher every day, and now and then he started to lose his temperament. Now Dewan, actually again the king announced that as he announced earlier to exempt, to relax the tax of this place, he told to double the tax, because the news that they had given to the Tiger King, it proved to be a false one. Now Dewan had came to the Tiger King and told that if you do like this, then the other political party, that time National Congress was there, so they would make it an issue and it would be a difficult time for us. At this, the king told Dewan that in that case, it might resign from your post. Now the Dewan made a plan. He went to Madras, and from People's Park might be a circus party, from there he brought a very old tiger, and the Dewan, with the help of his old wife, they had brought the tiger in the forest, and the Dewan informed this to the king, that a tiger was roaming in front of his tent where the Tiger King was staying. So in the early morning, the Tiger King came out of the tent and he took a close look and shot the tiger, and the tiger just had fallen. Now the king was very happy. So he was successful in killing 100 tigers, and he was very happy. He ordered his men that to take this tiger to the royal court with a grand procession. And the king went from there. Few of his men were there because they were they actually wanted to carry the tiger to the as per the king's instruction. But when few of the hunters they went near the tiger, they found that the tiger was not killed. Probably as the tiger was old and weak, so the very sound of the bullet fired by the king, it made the tiger senseless. But now, who would inform this to the king that actually the hunted tiger was not killed? But nobody agreed to do so. So they immediately made a plan. They shot the tiger to death and they brought the tiger to the royal palace. So the tiger king was sure that he had killed 100 tigers. Now he told that now he would look after all his duties as a king. After a few days, it was the third birthday of the prince. Now he went to he started to roam various shops because he wanted to buy a gift for his son. Now in one of his shopping complex, he found toy tiger, a tiger made of wood. He brought it from that shop, and whole through the day he played with his son. Now a tiny slivers of wood had pricked into tiger's hand, tiger king's finger. A prick means a very little part of wood, as it was not curved smoothly. So the tiger king did not bother about. He just took it out and continued to play. In 3 days, it infected, and in 7 days, all his hands got infected and pores started to come out from this place, as if the place has rotten. Immediately, surgeons were called from Madras. 3 surgeons came and they decided to operate the tiger king's hand. And the doctors operated his hand, but the tiger king died. So here come the end of that story. Now, what was the astrologer? What was the astrologers saying? The astrologer told the tiger king might be killed by the 100 tiger. And it was really the 100 tiger, though it was not a live tiger, but it was a wooden tiger. So this is the whole story in a nutshell that I discussed with you. In my next class, I will be coming with reading and detailed explanation. Till then, goodbye.